The news of migrants coming into the UK through the health and care visa route. On arriving in the UK, most of these migrants will not be allocated job placement for them to be able to work, while some who were allocated job placement were not given enough shift for them to cover for a week to enable them pay their bills and to be able to feed well in the UK. The news of all of this has gone viral. In the course of this video, I'll be sharing a report that was shown on Sky TV about the news of migrants coming into the UK and they are not getting enough shift for them to be able to earn decent amounts to live well in the UK. These are many more I'll be sharing with you in this video. So you need to stick with me to the end of this video and share to everybody. You need to share this video so they can get this latest information, and for those who are planning to come to the UK can as well get a good idea about what they are coming here to do in the UK. Hi guys, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. As you all know, my name is Victor. If you are new to this channel, in this channel I give latest information about UK and UK immigration, ways you can study abroad, and also ways you can migrate to the United Kingdom through the skilled worker migration route. So if this content looks like something that interests you, don't forget to smash the subscribe button, give a thumb up to the video so YouTube can recommend this content to a wider audience. So guys, let's get started. A few days ago, I watched a documentary that was televised on Sky TV about the issue of migrants coming into the UK through the skilled workers migration route, and most of them are not getting a job placement, while those who were able to get a job placement are not given enough shift for them to be able to earn decent amounts to be able to pay their bills and feed well in the UK. As you all know, the cost of living in the UK is going up by the day, and if you're not earning enough money, it will be difficult for you to be able to pay your bills and be able to feed well, right? Just imagine somebody that is not working reasonable number of hours per week. How do you expect such a person to be able to pay his rent, pay his council tax, electricity bill, gas, and other bills that is associated with your cost of living here in the UK? Come to talk about you feeding yourself, most especially those that has dependent with them. So guys, so many migrants who are here in the UK are struggling to meet up with basic necessity of life as a result of the employer they are contracted to not able to give them the number of shifts that will enable them earn decent amount of money, while some have been here for some months and they've not been given a single job placement. All they are being told is to wait. When there's available job placement, they will be contacted and they will resume work. But note, these persons came into the UK as a skilled worker. Most of them came into the UK with the assumption or with the belief that as soon as they arrive the UK, they will start working. On the offer letter they were issued, the start date and the number of hours per week they will be working is contained in the offer letter and also in the certificate of sponsorship the employer issued to them. But arriving here in the UK, the story become different. What they envisaged before coming here, it's totally different from what they are saying. Migrants are now speaking up for themselves as regards to this exploitation and this attitude of employers issuing us COS, and at the end of the day, they are not allocating job or giving the complementary work hours to migrants coming into the UK, and people are struggling to feed, people are struggling to pay bills, people are struggling to live the basic lifestyle that is acceptable here in the UK. So migrants are coming up to speak against this, going to the press to explain what has happened, how they pay heavily to get this visa and the other. This might just bring the health and care visa to an end because migrants are beginning to speak out about this injustice. Imagine living in the UK, you are not working a reasonable number of hours for you to be able to earn more to pay your bills and to feed fine, right? So all of this might just bring the health and care visa to an end because migrants are beginning to speak out and they are going to the press telling them how much they pay to be able to secure this care worker visa, and on arriving here, what they were told or what they were expecting is totally different from what is on ground. Because for Sky News to bring up this report to tell you they've done their due diligence few days back, about a few weeks back, BBC also came up with report pertaining the health and care visa. It was tagged modern day slavery gangmaster exploit on a health and care visa. This might just be the last stroke, like I usually say, that will break the camel's back. So if you are planning to come to the UK as a health and care worker, right, and you are going through an agent or you are interfacing with the employer directly, these are some of the things you should be expecting, because those who are currently passing through this predicament, they were told as soon as they arrive the UK, they will get a job, they will get a particular number of hours they will work right here in the UK to enable them earn a particular amount to be able to live well. Because for you to be able to sponsor a skilled worker from abroad, you must employ that fellow on a full-time role. And the full-time role is minimum 35 hours a week. But many migrants who arrive the UK, it's difficult for them to even get 20 hours. I'll be sharing with you a report that was televised on Sky TV so you can get the full information.
How people coming to the UK on skilled worker visas are relying on food banks after being left without a job. Employment agencies in countries such as Bangladesh and Nigeria are being paid thousands of pounds to secure these visas, but companies sponsoring them are then offering no shifts. Sky's communities correspondent Lisa Holland has spoken to some of those struggling to survive after giving up everything for a new life here.
It's chaotic, dishing out supplies in a cramped and crowded food bank. Organisers say they're overwhelmed because it's not just locals who are struggling to survive.
Come and sit down. Sit down here.
Some of these people have recently arrived from Nigeria, but got here to find the jobs they were sponsored for don't exist. Sky News has already shown how skilled worker visas are being abused, and middlemen are making large sums of money exploiting this legal route to the UK. Now we can reveal how people who thought they were coming here to work are falling destitute. Most are reluctant to talk. They feel despair at their predicament. This woman, who we're calling Blessing, hasn't been given any shifts by the company which sponsored her since she arrived 3 months ago.
I've always provided for myself. I'm a very hardworking, diligent person. So for me to be here, depending on people to eat, coming to the food bank to get food, isn't quite okay with me. It makes me feel I'm not less of a person, a human. I should be in a position of helping, not the receiving end, because this is not who I was back in my country.
Blessing told us she paid an agent in Nigeria £10,000 to arrange a full-time job as a carer on a skilled worker visa. She asked us not to reveal the company which sponsored her, fearing repercussions, but we've seen other documentation supporting her account of what's happened.
There is a big scam going on. A lot of people are being scammed every day, being deceived that we have jobs.
How many people do you know who've come on skilled worker visas and got here and there's no work?
Oh, I can't count. Yeah, I can't. There are so many. I met a lot here, and so many are still coming after I've come here.
Dozens, hundreds?
Oh, I wouldn't say dozens. Yeah, dozens, yeah.
This woman also came from Nigeria and says she's had to move north to live with her sister because there's no work for her. They all say it's proving virtually impossible to find a new company to sponsor them for a full-time position. And having come as carers, under the terms of their visas, they can't work in any other job sector. We're calling this couple Joyce and Alan. They say they also paid an agent in Nigeria £10,000 to arrange employment for Joyce as a carer.
I've been cheated. It has not been easy. I have to sell my car, sell my property, got a loan, took a lot of risk to raise up the money.
How difficult is it to transfer to another company, to get sponsored by somebody else?
It's very difficult because most jobs you want to get, they will first of all tell you that actually you've got this offer from somewhere else, so maybe you should go back to that place to get your job. That's what they always say. We are begging the government if they can look into it.
The founder of the food bank says she's already under pressure feeding local people in a cost of living crisis. Nearly half the people you're
Yeah,
supporting
15,
are
yeah.
people who were given a visa to
Visa
come to
to
the
come to
UK
UK without work.
and then got here and there's no job.
Yes. Yes.
Be shocked by that?
I am shocked because this has never happened in the UK before. So we are so surprised to see this happening for UK government, you know, and a lot of them sold their houses in Africa, sold their cars, sold their things.
Because they
can't
thought
go
they were going to
back,
start a new
and
life.
they thought they are starting a new life here. Getting here, they got stopped. It's so, I'm sorry, it's so depressing. That's the word, thank you. It is so depressing.
Do you think it's a big issue?
It's a very big issue.
It's people that are not British citizens, people who came to the UK very
They are
recently.
Nigerians. They are not British. They have no other documents than the skilled visa that brought them into this country to come work.
Thank you very, very much. Yeah. As we finish filming by the front door, two people scurry past with the food they've been given, disappearing into the rain in Rochdale in Greater Manchester. It's only afterwards we're told their story, that they were too ashamed to speak to us. One of the women has hit rock bottom and is sleeping on a bus.
Last week, we gave her bread and tuna because that's what she can eat easily without cooking or warming.
Now homeless, we're told the lady on the bus is yet another person who pays.
So guys, the video speaks volume of what is currently happening in the UK. This is just one of the many cases of migrants coming to the UK. On arriving here, they will not have a job placement or a complementary number of shifts that will enable them earn a reasonable amount to be able to live well in the UK. Imagine somebody who is an authority in his own area of specialty coming here to the UK to start living like a destitute, relying on food bank for them to be able to feed. This is really pathetic, right? And I'm telling you for a fact, so many persons are going through the same predicament here in the UK. You've disposed everything you have back home. So going back home is not an option, right? You've quit your job, everything has gone. We believe that you're coming here to start a new life. Getting here, this is what you met on ground. So if you're planning to come to the UK through the skilled worker migration route and you are going through the process via a middleman or an agent, these are some of the things you should be expecting, right? What you are being told sometimes might be different from the reality on ground. These persons, what they are after is issue you a certificate of sponsorship, which you can use to make a visa application. What happened after then is none of their business, most especially the agent. What they're after is getting you a certificate of sponsorship and getting a feedback that you've gotten your visa. That is where their job ends. On arriving in the UK and the employer you're supposed to work with did not allocate any job placement for you, or the number of shifts that you've been given is different from what is contained on your job offer letter, right? That is left for you to handle. So many migrants are passing through the same predicament. They are struggling to feed, they are struggling to pay bills. These are some of the reasons why the health and care visa might be coming to an end, because it has come up with negative publicity on how migrants are being exploited. A few weeks ago, BBC put up a documentary about modern day slavery gang master exploit in health and care. This one is also coming up a few weeks after BBC released their, and so many complaints that's been received by the UK Home Office about this exploitation of migrants coming into the UK. In that video, you can see it was specifically stated that migrants from Pakistan and Nigeria are most affected. If you are willing to go forward with it, you should be expecting the unexpected, because those persons passing through some of this predicament is not what they envisage. So guys, we've come to the end of this video. If this video is of value to you, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, give a thumb up to the video, and you can also leave your thoughts on the comment box. See you in my next video.